What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast, where today, as promised, I told y'all, we going to get the heavy hitters of the Jackson State squad on the show. And as promised, man, we got the most feared DB in FCS football, Mr. Nugget Warren. Hey, Nugget, bro, thank you
How's
so
it
much for
going?
being on again, man.
Nah, thank you for having me.
Hey, listen, so I knew, like, once I saw you commit to Jackson State, I knew I was like, man, the way this man balling, as talented as this dude is, he gotta come on the show. And I've been meaning to get you on sooner, but better late than never. I'm
Yes,
glad that
sir.
it's happening now, dog. Like this is a complete honor for me. Thank you.
Nah, no problem. We just been very busy with spring ball, so I just had to lock in and take this spring very serious. So I just been learning and growing as an athlete and as an adult. So I'm sorry for the delay, but better
Oh,
late than never, like you said.
bro, it's all good. So listen, my first question to you,
Yes, sir.
one gotta go. One gotta go. We're gonna start off light, right? Darrelle Revis, Akeem Talib, Charles Woodson, one gotta go.
I would say a key would have to go because Charles, he's very versatile. You can either play him at safety or corner, and Revis is a technician. So, of course, growing up, everyone loved Revis Island,
Mm.
and that was one of my idols growing up. And I got the pleasure to meet him one time as well. Very
Oh,
good guy,
really?
very great guy.
Okay, hey, tell me about that. How'd you end up meeting Revis, and what did he say to you?
When we was out in Miami for the first game last season, he had actually came up to our team hotel because our defense coordinator Dennis Thurman, he was head coach. He was the defense coordinator for the Jets.
For the
So
Jets,
he
right?
he yeah he linked me up with Revis. It was actually random. I was just in my room chilling. I got a text message saying, "Come downstairs." And once I met him, I just tried my best to pick his brain. He was a very great guy though. It was a very humbling experience for me as well.
Hey, that's crazy, man. So did you
Yeah,
did
it's
you try
very
to pick his
crazy.
brain a little bit more, or was you like, I ain't gonna really bother him too much? Like, what was that?
Not the conversation. It was very cool because what I'm saying, he's human as well.
Mm.
So no, I picked his brain. I ain't gonna hold you, so I asked him certain things I wanted to know. He gave me some great advice as well.
Okay, all right. So next one.
Yes, sir.
I wanna see where you at as far as competitive wise, right? I
Yes,
want you
sir.
to pick your poison. If you had to guard one of these three receivers in the league right now, who would it be? All right, Devontae Adams, D Hop, or Stephon Diggs.
I say Steph Diggs,
Oh,
and
you
the
going
reason being
big?
because growing up, he played at UMD, and of course he from the crib, so that's something I idolized growing up as well.
Mm.
And he got the same tangibles as Devontae and D Hop. And also, he's a great route runner and a technician as well. So that would really sharpen my tools.
Mm. Okay, so because he from Maryland, you was just going to automatically pick him up.
Yeah.
I got you. Nah, ain't no
If
shit.
you haven't seen this, I would love to get some work in with you and Trey as well.
Hey, there you go. And I
Yeah.
want to
So
see that too. To be honest with you,
yeah,
I
that'll
love to
be
see that.
that'll be that'll be big for me though. One day it's gonna come.
Oh, of course, of course. Now you've seen the Coach 30 videos, right?
Yes, sir.
Not really an athlete, pissing out your leg, all that. As
Yeah.
athletes, we all have embarrassing moments at some point in our career. I want to know, what was your welcome to college football moment?
My welcome to college football moment. It was really in JUCO.
Mm,
And like I'm gonna just tell this story because only a few people know. This is probably one of the craziest football experiences I've ever had.
okay.
So it was one spring, and at JUCO we used to practice at night. So it was a night practice, and of course it's intense. Like the offense would be on one side, and the defense would be on one sideline. And I was in. It was one of my reps, and I think it was a running play, and the running play came to my sideline.
Mm.
So I made a big hit, and it was on the offensive sideline. And after I made the big hit, everybody getting up there rowdy. And somebody, I still don't know to this day who it is. Like this was some crazy stuff. So like all you know is we bumping, talking trash, and somebody grabs me and he starts headbutting me. Like
What?
really like headbutting me. And one of my teammates, he had stopped the whole situation. And like at that point, it's still you gotta go next play because it's
Right.
fast tempo. So I'm still trying to process like what really just happened because I'm looking this way, somebody just grabbed me and started headbutting me. And that was kind of like my welcoming moment. It's very crazy.
Some,
Yeah.
somebody just headbutt you
Bro,
repeatedly out of
like
nowhere.
don't you know how when you was a kid and you play college games, like when you
Yeah.
play fighting games and your energy start going down? That's how I felt like I was really getting headbutted by somebody. I still don't know who he is to this day.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad you good, my boy. I'm really glad you good from that.
I'm
That's
glad I'm good too. Shout out to B Hick for saving me from that situation.
all right. So when we see DBs make a play, they either do the incomplete or they do the seatbelt, right? Those are the two biggest ones nowadays. So for you,
Yeah,
which one is it? The incomplete or the seatbelt? What celebration you going with?
I'm more of a seatbelt type guy.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm more of a seatbelt guy. But the
it's
incomplete, it looked nice. It's something quick.
yeah, it's flashy. You know, the
Yeah,
little
it's
seatbelt
quick,
is
it's
flashy.
flashy. But yeah, I'm rocking with the seatbelt.
Mm. Now, who has the best and worst field swag on the team? We got
I the best field swag I have to say is K5. That's Keever Wiggins. Play corner, he number 5. The worst field swag, I don't know, because we all got pretty decent field swag. Yeah, I
okay.
don't know who got the worst though, but K5 probably got the best.
I would have never thought it'd be K5 to be honest with you.
Oh no, check out K5. Even off the field, he a swaggy guy.
Oh, he got. I see. I thought it was Jasper Freeze with the drip. That's what I thought.
Nah, Frizz got drip too though. But check out K5.
I'm gonna look into that. I gotta
Yeah,
look
my
into that.
man is drippy.
Now, also, this ain't. I didn't write this one down, but I do want to know. You got a very wide selection of music when it comes to rap music.
Oh yeah.
Man, who's your favorite rapper, bro? Because I can't even keep up with you at this point. Who's your
Oh,
favorite rapper?
all right. So
Put
it's
me
a,
on.
it's a DMV artist. His name is No Savage.
Mm-hmm.
He's signed to Shock Glizzy. They both from the same area, same hood. But that's something I listen to a lot. No Savage. A lot of DMV artists. I listen to him. I listen to Big Flop, TD Ramo, and that's just about it.
No Savage. And so, when
Yeah,
is he a part of your pregame playlist?
most definitely.
Majority of it. Okay, all right, I'm gonna check him out. No Savage. I'm gonna check my boy out.
Yeah, that's my go-to right there.
So imagine like you're playing Madden, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know how you create a player, you creating a prototype. What's yours? Describe yours to me. What's your prototype as
Oh,
a player?
lockdown corner.
Like
Yeah. To me,
99
I think
speed.
about it like this. All the top paid corners are man-to-man corners.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Right. So you
Yeah.
specialize in that.
Yes, sir.
And are you a talker on the field? Like I know a lot of DBs are. Do you let your player do the talking for you?
Nah, I mean, it really just depends on the vibe. I ain't gonna talk unless you start talking to me. And when the receiver talk to me a lot, it really, yeah, it made me want to get him up out of there quick. I say it like that.
All right, so the ones who be talking, they ain't really about nothing. Huh? That's what you.
Nah,
So, who was the best receiver that you faced last season?
last season, let me think. I faced a few good receivers, but last season, I would have to say I'll probably say the guy that plays for Alabama A&M. He was the LSU transfer. I forget his name.
Oh, D. Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson.
Mm. Okay, YD.
Cause he came from a D1 level, so he was coached up very well, and he was a physical guy. I'm a physical guy, so we had good competition, and we kept it professional.
Hey, I see my boy Norman in here talking about he the ops. I guess he's talking about Kubrick. Hey, while we on this, I saw a rap battle between
Yeah.
the DBs and the receivers. Now,
Hold
I
on,
if
wait.
I
Before you say that, I'm gonna let you know K5 is our guy. He wasn't out there at the time.
oh, okay, all right, I
So
got
if we would have had K5, I battled on way different.
you. It would have made different. So
Yeah.
you giving the win to the offense. That's what you saying.
Nah, I still ain't gonna say that though. I'm gonna still rock on my side, but if K5 was out there, we would have more pressure for y'all.
And it seems like y'all do that often. So like, is that like an everyday thing in practice with y'all?
hmm
because it seems like
Dance
the defense.
battles, rap battles. We
Mm,
compete all the time in various fun ways.
and I imagine that makes the chemistry just better.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm. Now, in your opinion, what was your best performance of last season?
My best performance, I'd probably say the national championship game.
Mm,
And the reason why I say that is because I was locked in on a different mental level. And I've learned a lot throughout the season. So everything that led up to that moment, it prepared me for it.
mm,
And the intensity was up in practice as well. So shout out to our scout team for helping the defense get prepared for that too, because they was locked in too. Everybody was just on the same accord.
mm. And the game didn't end the way that you guys wanted it to. But much credit to South Carolina State, of course. How did you feel about them in that receiving core that you faced that day at Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
I mean, it just humbled us. We just know what we needed to work on. So after the game, we just watched film, we regroup, and y'all just gonna see what we got coming. First game in Miami.
Mm. And do you guys use that as motivation? Because I know your goal is to get back to the Celebration Bowl and win it this time, and you want to do it in convincing fashion. So, do
Oh
you
yeah.
use that game as motivation, or is that out of sight, out of mind?
No, we never forget that feeling. Yeah, we know how that felt to be on the other end of the championship game. So yeah, we're gonna use that as motivation.
Mm,
That's something that's gonna stick with us because we had to live through it.
right. Now, I want to talk about your resiliency because when I was doing just some deeper research on you, I did come across your story in high school and the ride that was. So for those people who don't know your story, let them know like the crazy ride that you went through high school to get to Lackawanna.
Oh, okay, all right. So I went to Suitland High School back in Suitland, Maryland. I played my ninth grade and my 10th grade year on junior varsity, and my fault. In the 11th grade, I was ineligible, and then the 12th grade, I was ineligible as well. So after the second time I became ineligible, I met someone that summer named Quan Vines. So
Mm,
over the course of summertime in Maryland, what we used to do was we used to do 7-on-7s to keep us in shape. So he was a quarterback for our 7-on-7 team. He was transferring from Friendship High School, which was in DC. So when he found out that he was ineligible, I don't know who reached out to him or how he had found out about a private school, but it was a private school named the Avalon School that Trayvon Diggs used to go to.
right.
So once he found that out, and me and him, we got real close as well. So he had reached out to me and was like, if you wanted to play, you can just come over there. So the commute from Suitland to the Avalon School was about a 2-hour train ride, and the practices was late. So it's like sometimes when I come home from practicing with them guys, it'll be 12 a.m. close to 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm,
So yeah, I played about 5 games there, and then my mom received a letter in the mail basically saying that I was missing days in school, which was at Suitland. So I didn't know that I wasn't fully transferred out of Suitland High School to be at the Avalon School. So it was just looking like I was missing days at Suitland.
mm,
So my mom, she still let me go to school and making the time to be at practice there. So eventually, like that just got too tiring for me. So I decided to come back to my high school, which was really right around the corner. So I came back and my coaches gave me the opportunity to reclassify, basically staying another year, getting my grades up, and playing so I can get a offer from possibly a junior college or something small.
right.
So I did that, and that summertime I worked out very hard. Like I gave it my all. I felt like I was in the best shape of my life at the moment. And our first game was a week before school, so I played that game that Saturday, and the Monday I went to get my schedule. The new principal was basically like he didn't want any returning students at his school that was here last year that was supposed to be seniors. So had to go to alternative school. And matter of fact, the way how I found out about alternative school, that principal, he just really left me out though. He didn't tell me nowhere to go or what to do. He
Mm,
was just like, yeah, you gotta go figure it out on your own. And at the time, I was still young though. I was only 17 going on 18, and I was expecting to play high school football that last year. But
right.
thanks to him, that's what really changed my life because it pushed me to go harder. So now to reflect and look back on it, it's really a blessing. But I'm gonna get back to the story.
Mm,
So yeah, I found an alternative school which was close to my grandmother's house. That was about an hour bus ride away from where I lived at, and I had to go. I had to get ready for class 4 hours before it started so I could be there on time. So yeah, I was just doing that, just grinding, just trying to get my high school diploma. So during that period of time, my high school coaches they was reaching out to other junior colleges, basically showing them all the film I made with them 5 games and the little bit of the football I was able to play. So it was enough for someone to give me an opportunity. So Lackawanna, they reached out. They said he can try walking on.
Mm.
So the day before my moving date, they told me I had to pay $8,000. Let's go, man. I'm gonna get a hoodie. My fault, y'all. Yeah, they told me I had to pay $8,000, and of course I didn't have that. So told my mom what was going on, and I was basically about to give up football because that was the second time I was told I couldn't play. But my friends from back at home, they used to check up on me, get me up out the house, and they didn't let me give up on my dream. And them same coaches that reached out to them colleges, they told me the same thing: just come home, work out, and when it's your time to shine, make the best of it. That's what I
And
did.
first of all, that's crazy, right? And I was gonna ask you, like, what kept you from giving up football? Because after that, most kids would have just felt like, man, this ain't for me, and I'm gonna just do something else. So, I'm glad that your friends and family kept you playing football, man. Otherwise, we wouldn't even get to see the greatness that is Deshaun Warren right
Yeah,
now.
because I went into a deep depression and my mental health really wasn't good. So if it really wasn't for them guys that get me up out that mental state and helped me keep pushing forward, I don't know where I'd be right now.
And then you
I
get the, I'm sorry, you get the
not good.
Lackawanna, and it doesn't even stop there, right? There's still hurdles that you have to face.
Oh yeah, well once I got there, I was on the bottom of the depth chart. I ain't really know nobody out there. It was 7 hours away from home, and I was in the mountains with people that just didn't look like me. And my only teammates were the people that looked like me.
Right.
So I had to learn a whole different culture because some guys are from Pennsylvania. Everything I knew was just strictly DMV.
Mm. And how did you finally get your opportunity to start?
I just well when I first got there, I got with the safeties because I really didn't know the corners. So I know that the safeties had to know the corners position. So I learned from Tig, honestly, the safety for Penn State number 16, Jair Brown.
Mhm.
That was probably one of the first people I had met up there that played defense. So he showed me the way, took me up under the wing, and just kept being me.
Now, of course, we know the story from there, right? You ball out, you become the number one JUCO prospect in the country. Lackawanna, though, they produced multiple NFL draft picks, and it seems like now you're going to be the next in line for that. So, how does it feel knowing that you're gonna expand that for a Lackawanna Community College?
I mean, it really does feel great because I never forget where I came from, and I'm gonna always show love to the places that show love to me. So this to be under Coach Duda, like that was major for me because he did open up my eyes to a lot of things. And he was one of the coaches, one of the first coaches I ever had that really just I say he was more like a father figure, a mentor. Like he was everything all in one. He was a great all around dude, and he really cared for his players differently, and that showed.
And what memory of your time at JUCO sticks out above the rest when you think back at your time there?
Just I say just the bond that we had to make because it was really nothing to do out there. Like we used to have moments where we'll get everybody about their rooms, like freshmen and all, and just make us dance battle, just bond, like you know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
find a way to get closer. So we always had that bond and that friendship, like it just couldn't be broken. Like we still talk to this day, even though some guys may not be playing football no more. Some guys got opportunity elsewhere. Some guys do got NFL opportunities, but like we all still click.
Now, when your recruitment was heating up, you had a top seven, right? And I know Alabama was in that. I was going to ask you why did Alabama leave the list? Like, what was it about Alabama that you was just like, I'm good on it?
I just I would say the relationship I built with the coaches. There's some great outstanding guys though, but
Mhm.
I just it just wasn't for me. I had to find somewhere that was a fit for me, not just because of the name or the accolades. I
Mhm.
just wanted a home because I knew that's why I know that's where I would have to be for the next 2 to 3 years.
And it's interesting that you say that because a lot of kids do commit to these schools just because of the name and not necessarily because of the fit. So definitely kudos for you, to you for realizing that and then deciding, it's just not for me. So
Yeah.
then you come down with a top four, and it was Tennessee, Georgia, Penn State, and Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Why those four schools? Why did those four schools stick out to you?
Tennessee was the first team that offered me a scholarship.
Mm.
UGA was one of my dream schools. Penn State, I felt like I love the area. I love the people there too. And Oklahoma was another dream school of mine as well.
And how would you describe your visit at Georgia?
I never got to visit either one.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And that's because is that because JSU entered the mix?
Nah, COVID. I ain't never visit JSU either.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did Jackson State enter the mix, and how did they become such strong contenders when you never visited any of those schools?
It was just Coach Prime and what his beliefs was. I was the first person he offered a scholarship to and the first person to sign as well.
Mm,
So after he got the job, he just told me what his vision was, and he was a he's an all-time Hall of Famer. So you can't really beat that.
right.
So I just came there off the strength of I'm ready to mature as an athlete, and he does mature people into good men as well. So I got a mentor and a coach all in one.
So he was the very first recruit. You were his very first recruit that he offered and signed. And
Yes,
it
sir.
turns out to be like the number one JUCO prospect in the country. Now, that's actually dope, right?
That's a
So
big blessing.
yes, that is a big blessing. And when you got to Jackson State, and we first saw like the footage of you on campus and in practice, and coaches dancing and you dancing with them, it seemed like this is a match made in heaven, right?
Oh,
Like
yes, sir.
you got such a talented corner and the goat of all corners. What were some of the important lessons that he taught you during your time at Jackson State?
You want like from an athlete or from like what perspective would you like to know?
As an athlete, as a man, as a professional, everything.
All right, so one thing he does instill of us is be great at whatever you do and give 100% because there's really no point of you trying to do something and you're not giving it your all. So just don't waste your talent. If you're going to put your talent and your time into something, just give 110% at all times.
Mm. And as a man, what lessons did he give you?
As a man, basically just keep the main thing. So whatever business you got to handle, just keep that important first and let other things like extracurricular things, like hobbies, habits, put all that behind you and keep the main thing.
Mm. And is it even with a talented defensive back as yourself, right? Is it hard sometimes when Coach Prime is in practice and he's asking you to do a certain thing and you're trying to get like you're trying to appease him because he's the GOAT. Like does it become hard sometimes in practice?
I mean, yes, it does become hard, but that's what practice is for. Practice make permanent. So of course you're gonna have your trials, your tribulations, and your mistakes, but it's just how you learn from them. And like just how I like I'm very raw, so I learn from a lot of my teammates, whether they're no matter who it is. Like if it's something that they do that I find that I can use in my toolbox, I'll come to them and I ask them. So we all learn from each other because we all got our own unique, distinct style.
Now, when I watch, like, I would watch some videos of Alabama's practices, right? And I will always see Nick Saban, like, hands on teaching the DBs. I want to know how often is Coach Prime hands on with the defensive backs at a JSU practice?
I mean, you gotta keep in mind that Coach Prime was sick for a period of time. He's just now shaking back to what he can and be able to do. So, like now that he's getting better, he's more hands on. But
Mm-hmm.
when he was sick, he really couldn't do that.
Right.
So yeah, like when I first got here, Coach Prime very hands-on guy. But
Mm-hmm.
when he got sick, he couldn't be. But he does. He coaches the best way he can in any situation though. But hands-on, yeah, he's a hands-on guy when he can be.
And speaking of his sickness, how did that impact the team when he was going through that during the season?
I mean, when he was going through it, it hurt us because we know how strong of a person he is. So just to see him down and not feeling well, of course, it really didn't sit well with us. But it did show us how strong he was because he still came to practice even the day after his surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't really know how much pain he was going through until he explained it to us. So that just shows you how strong of a person he is. You're not gonna let nothing like stop him from his main goal. Like I said, keeping the main thing the main thing.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, getting back to you at Lackawanna, well, when you were about to leave Lackawanna, when you decided to flip your commitment from Georgia to Jackson State, did you receive any negativity at all? Because like kind of how we saw with Travis Hunter and Kevin Coleman when they made their decision to come to Jackson State, a lot of people said, you're messing up your opportunity. You're not going to make it to the league. You're not going to face any competition. This was a bad move. Did you face any negativity for your decision?
I mean, honestly, I don't know because after I committed, I was happy. So
Mm.
I put all that to the side. I put my phone down. I thought I called my family. And my brother, he actually recorded it on TV. So I got to send that to my mom. So hey, so I was happy with my decision, so I kept it that way.
Mm.
Yeah, I really
Now,
want to.
I get it because you can't always look at the internet and the toxicity of it. It'll drive you crazy. So it's cool that you was able to put the phone down and ignore all the noise. Um,
Oh yes, sir.
now last year you guys were a very talented group in the secondary position. It was you on one side, it was Al Young on the other. And
Hmm.
we know how great Al Young was. Now he's on his way to the NFL.
Shout out
You
to him.
replace Al Young now, and you got Travis Hunter. So number one and number one on both sides. Somebody gonna have to get picked on, and I know one of y'all love that, right? Because you want it, especially you, because it seems like since you got to Jackson State, quarterbacks have been scared to throw your way. Now they gonna have to take that chance for one of y'all. How excited are you for the secondary with Travis, Cam, Shiloh, John, you, Kevrick? How excited are you, man?
I'm very excited because everyone that she was named on the defense is playmakers, and we have even more playmakers. You forgot to mention Isaiah Bolden as well.
And,
He's a guy.
right.
He's a guy. So no matter who they try, we all gonna eat. Just pick your poison.
And how has your relationship been with Travis since he stepped on campus?
It's been good because, like I said, I was the wrong guy. So Travis, he knows more. So I learned from him too. So
Okay, so
we
y'all
like I
love
said,
each
we
other.
all work. Yeah, we all work hand in hand. It's not no type of hatred or anything in that DB room. We all close.
All right, and how do y'all hang out outside of practice? What do y'all do?
Oh, no, not much. Well, you talking about as a whole or me and Travis?
Like as a whole.
Yeah, as a whole, we all do. We go out there here and there, but yeah, for the most part, we all close. We all talk.
Now, when it comes to practice, I see like you said earlier, y'all compete in almost everything: rap battling, dance battling.
Hmm.
Wide receivers versus DBs. Y'all always talking. Y'all going
Most
at it. I
definitely.
love it. But who on offense sharpens your iron the most? Like who challenges you every day and wants you every day? Like who's that?
Um, we all take everybody. So it'd be the same. Like everyone's different in their own different way. So it don't matter who it is. We all shopping each other. It might be one day that somebody got something going on with another DB.
Mm.
They'll call them out. So it all just depends on what type day it is.
Oh, so that's how y'all do it. Y'all got a problem with somebody, you call them out.
Oh yeah,
The coaches just let y'all hash that.
most definitely.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Now, watching you in the spring, it seems like you've added a lot more physicality to your game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you're a lot more physical now. And I want to know who's responsible for your increase of physicality. Did the coaches come to you and say, "Hey, we would love for you to be a lot more physical"? Or is that something that you've noticed in yourself?
Nah, physicality is a mentality, and that's just me. Like even watch, like I agree with you as well. I just watched all my film, and I was more physical, but my mental changed, so that's all it is.
Because I see when you're on Instagram now, and it's like I don't like when you first got to Jackson State, all I saw was like cover highlights, kick return, like you was happy for that. And now
Yes,
like I
sir.
see it's every other highlight you share, it's a hit, like it's a big hit. The one
Yes,
at
sir.
ULM, like it's always a big hit. I'm like, okay, so he's
Yes, sir.
definitely getting a lot more physical and he's loving it. So that's why I had to ask you.
Gotta
Um,
let it be known that I can hit too.
oh for
I
sure,
got hot,
we
and
seen that.
I got hot, and I'm gonna test this.
Mm. Now we know speed is a strength of yours. A lot of people don't know you run a 4.3.
Yes, sir.
A 4.3. What's your do you know your vertical? I want to know what that's like too.
No, sir. But the thing with the 4.3 is I never got trained in a run. I feel like I'm faster than the 4.3, honestly. Yeah, for when I did run my 40, I got training from a couple people I knew and a track coach. So I didn't have that long to prepare for that.
So if you actually get the right technique down, you mean to tell me you could possibly run faster than the 4.3?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe you can venture into that 4.2 range?
That's always been a goal since I was a child. I'm gonna get there.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's dope. That's dope for sure. So you're an NFL prospect now. Like let's call it what it is. We know you have interest. And if people didn't know, it kind of got confirmed on the Coach Prime docu series. We saw that Atlanta Falcons coach
Yes,
asking,
sir.
"Hey, tell me about number four." So first of all, if you watch that show back, how did you feel about that scene when you were being asked about my NFL scout?
The dream come true. Cause I know where I was a couple years ago. I
Mm.
know what my mental process was a few years ago. So just to see that and just to know that I'm being watched and being seen, it really touched my heart. Because I didn't even know that that was said about me.
Mm. So when you watched it back, it was just like, yo, this is the Falcons.
Like,
Like,
dang, like this can really is really in my hands.
and just off the record, I don't like ever since, I can only see you as a Falcon. Like I keep feeling like that's where you gonna go, when it's your time to leave Jackson State. So, that ain't my team, but I'm just saying if it
Just
happens,
know
CFL called it first, right? Hopefully
wherever
the
I
Titans get
go,
you, my boy,
they
because we
gonna
need,
get a go.
for sure, for sure. So what's the first thing you gonna splurge on when you get your first NFL check?
Like I always say, I wanna live somewhere with a view. So that's the first thing I'm gonna look for is a crib. But
Mm,
after that, I gotta get myself something to drive. So probably
mm.
something small. Though. I don't want nothing major, nothing crazy. But I don't know. I'm
So
gonna probably put it in like a little business or something. Let my money make money.
smart, smart, most definitely. Um, so what is it about being a Jackson State player that no other school can provide, whether that's HBCU or PWI?
That family love. Like when I first got here, I actually like coming from the DMV. It's a lot of hate back there. So usually when people staring at you, it's for a bad reason. So when I came here, like mostly people looking at you to speak or to greet you. So just being around the JSU family and the JSU community, like everyone shows love, and I don't feel like you can get that from anywhere else. The way that they do here, I say.
And is there any game on the schedule that you look forward to the most next season?
All, all of 'em.
Hmm?
Every last one,
Oh, every last. So,
every last
nah,
one.
'cause, some people they say Southern, right? And because we know how that game went last year. But I love it. Like every game's important to you. It doesn't matter. They all matter as far as getting to the celebration mode, but it doesn't matter
Yes,
to you.
sir.
Like it's up with everybody. Um, you've had time. All of y'all have had time to be in a new facility. I imagine. What are your thoughts on it?
It's great. Like that's really competing with the Power Five facilities. because even though like I haven't been to any, I was able to see a lot of because of my teammates and stuff. So just to see hours, like it's really crazy because I know what we're in now. I know what we gotta go through on a daily basis now. So just to see the different changes and the different things that Coach Prime brought to it, it's really crazy.
And what's your favorite part of the facility so far?
The meeting room,
Oh,
yeah,
the little auditorium stuff. The auditorium
yeah.
sounds.
It say the Jackson State on it. It got a lot of chairs. The room light up different colors. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's dope for sure.
Yeah, that's my
Um,
favorite part of it.
when something I noticed, when Jackson State is recruiting and people come down here for a visit, you're usually the one who kind of like show them around and stuff like that. I remember you were showing around Jeffrey Mba, the number
Yes, sir.
one JUCO prospect of this year's class. Is that something that the coaches asked you to do, or do you willingly take on that role? Like you want to get as much people down here as possible, so you take that on.
Nah, that's something I like to do. I like meeting new people. I like to see what you know, where you came from. And I'm a genuine person, so I'm gonna just show you nothing but myself. And if we connect, we connect. And usually everyone I have hosted and has hosted with, we all connect very well. So it's just building bonds with different people, getting to know different people. I like that.
And like I need you to help me out, right? Because I'm trying to decide on what Jackson State game I should attend next season. You know, the Orange Blossom Classic is one, but I'm talking about at the vet. I want to know, like, it's between
I would
homecoming.
can I
It's
tell you what I think?
oh yeah, go ahead.
All right, so before you even say, I'm gonna just say it like this. I think the first game you should come to is Grambling. The reason why I say it is because for one, it's our first home game. And for two, what make it even more major is their head coach. So it's Hugh Jackson and Coach Prime. That's two big. That's two big things right there. I know I'm excited for it. So
Mhm.
I think that should be the first one you should come to.
Almost all right. I'm sold. I'm
Yeah.
sold.
So when you think of it that way, he was an excellent field head coach though. So that's why it's so major.
Mm. And you know, that game is going to get a lot of publicity,
Hmm.
because of Coach Prime and Hugh alone and all the talent that's on that field. So you're right. No, okay, I'm gonna definitely set my schedule for that then.
Yeah.
And my last question for me, everybody in the comment section, we got like 306 people in here. Make sure y'all like the stream, number one, and go ahead and get your questions out so we can ask
Oh
Nugget.
yeah.
And then,
Definitely like that stream, y'all. Show love to the stream as well.
thank you. Like the stream,
Most definitely.
get your questions in right now, and you know we ain't gonna hold them up too long, but get your questions if you want to ask them something. But last question for me,
Yes, sir.
I saw your draft projection, and basically everybody they don't have you dropping past the fourth round.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean to you?
I mean, that's just an opinion. So it's good to know what y'all think of where I will go, but it's all in my hands of what I do this year.
Mm.
It's a good start though. It's good to know. I appreciate y'all, but we trying to do better. We're trying to do better than that shit.
And you don't so you don't really pay attention to the draft noise and the projections and everything
Uh,
like that. You just do you.
Yeah, I just do me. I see it though.
And also before I even get to the fan questions, right? I remember Coach Prime. He was actually trying to train y'all on um, how to talk in front of the media training. How far along have you come since you've started that with him?
Well, honestly, I think starting from when I my very first interview, which was at Lackawanna to now, I think I've came a very long way because I used to say certain things and I used to repeat myself a lot. But it's still a learning process and a work in progress. But I feel like I have came a long way.
Okay. Now, again, before we get to these fan questions, my boy, thank you so much again for coming in here. People
Thank
still
you.
coming in. We at 333. This was a complete honor for me, man. Like, you know, you don't even know, man. Like I
I
was
appreciate you too.
so all right, let's get to some of these questions. So Elo, no, not Elo, because I see your question. Bro, you just press the like button, my boy. That's how you like the stream. That's how you like the stream. Um, Lamar Brown wants to know: are you a potential captain this year?
I honestly don't know. It just depends on. on how Coach Prime feel and how I am viewed as.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's
Now,
up to my team and my coach.
there you have it, Lamar. Now, I am Big Jones. Would like to know, what are your team and personal goals for this year?
All right, team goals is to win every game, of course, and my personal goals is to just leave it all out there, give 110% on every play, just be the best me I can be and make plays that come my way.
Mm.
So just I will want for y'all to see a more improved version of myself because I'm gonna put in that work this summer to get there.
LW Nuna would like to know, who was your hardest matchup of last year?
Like team or player.
I imagine she means personally. Like, who was your hardest matchup?
I don't think I have one. No disrespect to them guys. They all work hard as well, but
Mm,
I
that's
can't really
all.
I can't really think. Matter of fact, I say it like this. I can't really think of one right now. That really stuck out to me. But shout out to my opponents too.
I think your dad asked this one. He wants to know, who has the better hands, you or your dad?
I mean, it's me now. When I was younger, it was you, but things changed. That new generation.
Just like that.
So no, shout out to my father as well.
Now, Waldo 205 would like to know, what's the biggest strength in your game?
The biggest strength, I say my physicality, my aggression.
All right, y'all. A couple more. We'll get them up out of here. This is actually a good one, though. Jerry Jackson wants to know, how do you stay motivated when quarterbacks aren't throwing your way?
I mean, well, the way I stay motivated is if you're not gonna throw my way, I'm gonna find some way to fit in the run game. Like you can't have for long. So I'm
And,
gonna find different ways to make plays. So I can make tackles too.
and that's where the big hit highlights come in on, because like I said, we've seen a lot of them.
Yes, sir.
Now, question for me, as a matter of fact, do you want to get back to kick returning, because you were pretty good at it?
I'm working to it, but the crazy thing is I haven't returned in a few years before that. So I had issues with catching the ball. So I've been working stronger on that, and I make a way back there again. I just say it like that.
Okay, all right. Now, she loves D. Shout out to Timona. She would like to know, did Travis Hunter in the Nugget matchup or Kevin Coleman in the Nugget matchup happen in practice, and how did it turn out?
The Travis and Kevin matchup that happened. Well, when he recorded the videos, he was just playing. I don't really know if Kev said that because when I watched the video, he was just walking up to each one of us saying it's almost said something different. It's real funny though. We ain't take it personal or nothing, but yeah, I think Kev and Trav went at it. I don't really remember how it went, but either way, good competition, great competition.
And let me see. Last question. I want to make this a good one. I want to make this a good one.
I mean, I got time if you want me to answer a couple more.
Okay, I was just making sure. I don't ever
Yeah,
want to hold nobody up.
we good. I don't mind
Um,
answering.
your boy Norm, your bro Norm, he wants to know, what are three big goals you have for yourself this upcoming season?
No, that was a good question. All right, three big goals I have. One goal I have is to become smarter on the football aspect, like understanding certain things. I ain't gonna pinpoint and say exactly what it is on here, but Norm know what I'm talking about. I say that. Another goal I have season wise is finishing as the top defensive back in not in the nation, not just the SWAT. And my last goal, I say, help my team win the championship. Bring two rings back to Jackson, not just one.
And you personally, would you like to see a rematch in the championship, or do you just want to get there and you don't care who it's against?
A little bit of both because they're a good program as well, so that was good work. It wasn't just a game where you just gonna win or you can just just get over. That's a team that's gonna make you work. They're gonna make you push a little harder. So I would like a rematch, but if things happen differently, with whatever.
Now, Jay Shaw would like to know: do you prefer man or zone?
I say both because I'm a man corner, but zone I'm learning, so it's fun for me to pick my brain and try things I really wasn't used to because at Lackawanna we didn't run much zone. So here I get to run a lot. So I'm still learning and it's real fun for me.
And Mon Dollar Sign wants to know: does Nugget have merch?
Oh yes indeed. B4W. Just DM me if you are interested in some merch. And I got another shirt here as well.
If
And if
y'all
you're
want to know
into
where to follow Nugget at, his information is in the ticker below. For those of you who don't follow.
and if you like graphic tees, I got one right here. I can tell you where to get one.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah,
That's hard. I'm gonna need one of
good
them.
material. On my phone, y'all. Good material as well.
I'm gonna definitely. That's hard. I'm gonna need one of them for sure. I'm gonna
So
need one.
yeah, I got some merch for y'all. So just hit me up in the DM and I'll get you situated.
Um. Okay, I see this question. I'm gonna ask it. You don't have to answer it if you want to, but it seems to be a really big topic. Would you rather a Celebration Bowl or a FCS playoff?
Um, I think FCS playoffs because I feel like we got a chance to win it all. We can compete with anybody. The talent we got now is different than last year, and the mentality we have as well is way different than before. So if we get the opportunity, we're gonna prevail. We're gonna take it around with it. But if not, Celebration Bowl it is. Let's go win it.
There you go, Jay Shaw. For everybody else who was, talking about that topic for the longest, Deidre Young would like to know: how do you feel about all the SWAC teams getting all these 4-star recruits?
I love it because that's the whole point of Coach Prime coming down here for the chains. So the more the merrier. Let's keep them coming. And it's a good thing because a couple friends I've seen in the portal of mine, I've seen that they taking a couple visits to some HBCU, so that's a good look. And they some nice athletes, some nice athletes as well.
Facts, facts. And are you still recruiting for JSU? Y'all still trying to get some more people down here?
Hey, if y'all want to come on.
Um, One main TV. I think he answered this already. It was No Savage. That's your favorite DMB artist, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
And Ryan Brown wants to know: how is the defense compared to last season?
I say it's still talent all across the board, but I say we got more time to get closer. So the closer you are, the better your defense is going to be. And like I said, the talent is crazy on all levels. Even the third team can be starters.
Even the third team can be starters.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. And have you seen? I don't. Maybe you know what this person's talking about. I don't. Have you seen Tried Stamps yet?
No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Oh, have I tried stamps yet? That's in Florida, but if you're talking about the stamps food places, yeah, I tried it. It was all right. But if you're not talking about that, I don't know.
And I think somebody asked, will we see more videos of you and Shiloh together? I can't find it, but I know they asked it.
Oh yeah, we can make more videos. We'll get some more content out for you guys. I'll talk to them about it.
Oh, okay. So they Stamps Burgers. That's a place, I guess.
Oh no, I ain't tried that.
All
Well,
right.
I
So
got
listen, there we have it, man. Your boy Nugget Warren, Deshaun Nugget Warren, the most feared DB in the FCS, one of the most talented corners in the FCS, coming to a field near you next fall, man. We can't wait to see it, bro. I appreciate it once again.
yes, sir.
Please shout out any and everything that you want to, right? Whether it's an NIL, whether it's your social media, your brand, everything. Now's your time.
I would like to say thank y'all for having me on here, and I just want y'all to know always keep the main thing, and live life. Don't let life live you. That's something I go by. So
Hey,
just take it how you want it, and shout out to Go Tigers JSU football.
all right, there we go. Hey, Nugget, man, this was probably my most attended live in a long time. So thank you, man. This was so dope, and I'm gonna get up with you. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
being on
I'd
here.
love to be back. I catch y'all.
All right, peace, bro.
All right.
So there you have it. There you have it. That's Nugget. He was in the building. All right, you got to know who pushes him in practice. You got to know his story, his amazing story in high school, and the resiliency that he had just to make it to where he is now. You got to know a little bit of his measurables. The boys running a 4.3, and he wasn't even taught how to run the 40. Like he has minimal experience being teach how to run the 40 correctly. So he could really get in that 4.2 range, and I think he will. Yeah, y'all know all that now. So there you have it. There you have it. Now we got more content coming. I have more content coming for y'all. I don't know. I want to keep this momentum going. Like we got Nugget on here. That was a big thing. That was a big milestone. I want to keep this momentum going. I want to get QB1 on here or something. You know, let me do that. Let me get QB1 on here. So I'm gonna try to do that. That's what we aiming for next. But the Shine on MEAC series is going strong still. The first episode with Romel Harris Freeman has aired already. Y'all can go check that out. The Shine on MEAC series is now going to Orangeburg. All right? Because I got to tell you, I would be remiss in my duty if I did not tell y'all that South Carolina State now has a Twin Towers. It's not just Shaq Davis. It's Raheem White. And then in the slot, they have Justin Smith-Brown, right, who is a route technician. I'd be remiss if I didn't give those boys any love. Like I got to. So those two will be on for a dual interview. We're setting up the date right now because I know they're moving out of the dorm rooms and everything like that. So we're waiting on Raheem so we can set up a date. But they gonna be on. Right after that, we're gonna try to get the son of Edgerrin James, Eden James, on here. Right, he goes to Howard, freshman running back. We're gonna try to get him on here. We're gonna go down the whole MEAC, man. I'm telling you, it's dogs over there. Y'all should know about it. Also, I know some things, right? I know some things about Jackson State that I wish I could tell y'all, but I can't. I wish I could tell y'all, but I can't. I promised to keep it secret, so I gotta keep it secret. Now I know y'all gonna say, well, why did you bring it up, see if you can't tell me? Because I just want to see y'all get excited. You know, I can't hold it all in myself. I'm excited. But just know y'all gonna be happy. Y'all gonna be real happy. Hold on, let me see. Let me see something. Was my girl just in here? There she go. Yeah. Oh, here she go. All right. Miss Howard. She's a Howard graduate. You know, this is swag. This is swag right now, sweetheart. Thank you. I'm playing them. Don't get mad at me because I don't want you to, I'm gonna talk to you after this. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. But I can't tell you. Juwan Ford, bro, I'm not capping, my boy. I'm not capping. I'm not capping. It's some stuff coming. It's some stuff coming. I kind of find it interesting though how the guys that I was interviewing, at least 4 of them have already committed. I ain't gonna take the majority of the credit for it, right? Because Coach O and that staff, they put in time to get them kids to commit. I'm just saying. For those of you who were on the live, y'all heard the lady say that each one of them got up with a smile on their face. I'm not saying I deserve the majority of the credit for those commitments. I'm just saying a little bit. Just maybe you can credit me a little bit. Just a little bit. So, any other schools watching, if y'all want me to, hit your boy up. Y'all want me to do that for y'all as well? Hit your boy up. I say, saw that work best today, Bucko. Yeah. Listen, anytime you see me in my car making videos, man, I'm at work, right? And I would have had that video today out sooner for the offensive lineman that they just picked up. But as soon as I was about to sneak away to make that video, I got called to do something, so I had to wait. But Like, but nah, like anytime I make that video, man, I'm on lunch, right? I got an hour, so like I take 30 minutes to make it, upload it. Then the other 30 minutes, I'm just eating and chilling. So anytime you see it in the car, just know like I'm most likely on my lunch break or something. Is South Carolina State University winning next year? Yes, I fully expect them to go undefeated in the conference. Now, with that being said, the leading rusher in the MEAC last year, he was at Delaware State, and he left Delaware State into the transfer portal, and now he's Power Five. Now it's come out that he's back in the transfer portal, right? So maybe Jackson State is pursuing him again, or there's a possibility that he can go back to Delaware State. So if he does go back to Delaware State, then even though I'll still be rooting for South Carolina State because that's the home team, Delaware State will be right there. Like they'd be right there. If it's not South Carolina State, it'll be the Hornets in that Celebration Bowl. So that's something to look out for too. I think they're really a piece away from potentially upsetting South Carolina State. Potentially. The JSU fan page. Bro, listen, the majority of my content is Jackson State, yes, of course. But, bro, there's plenty of videos in the MEAC. I swear. I saw somebody on Twitter today, and they was like, y'all YouTubers, y'all don't care about the MEAC. And I'm just like, bro, I have videos on the MEAC. Y'all just got to watch it. Y'all just got to watch it. That's what the Shine on MEAC series is about. Y'all just got to watch it. You got to search for it. Could there be more? Could there be more content on the MEAC? Of course there could, but nah. We make videos. Did JSU get that D-tackle from Florida? No, they did not. They did not. Who's the dark horse in the MEAC? Like I said, Delaware State is the dark horse in the MEAC. A lot of people are going to say North Carolina Central. I do not believe so. Some people still say Norfolk, which is crazy to me because Jawan Carter is gone, and it's rumored that J.J. Davis might not even stay there. It's not set in stone, but it's rumored. So definitely not Norfolk. They don't have a quarterback. Howard is worried about leaving. All right, which, I don't understand why. They're not even competitive in the MEAC right now. But, they focused on leaving. If it ain't South Carolina State, it's Delaware State. And, Lord forgive me, Morgan State, because I hate to disrespect any school, but they ain't nowhere close. They are nowhere close. So, we could really talk about Morgan State. They need help. They need a celebrity coach. If I'm being honest with you, get Morgan State a celebrity coach, please. Get them Ray Lewis, get them somebody. They deserve so much better than that. All right, but I don't really see no more. I heard Delaware State's running back wanted JSU to hit him up before he went to West Virginia. So yeah, that's true. He definitely wanted Jackson State to hit him up. He was considering Jackson State heavily, and I think he was waiting on an offer. Had they given him an offer, I think he said he would have committed, but it just didn't happen. So he ended up at West Virginia, and we see how that worked out because now he's back in the portal. That was so fast. That was so fast. My man's ain't even been up there for 5 seconds, and now he's back in the portal. Deputy Mario, his name is Sivion Wilkerson. Sivion Wilkerson. When do you think JSU will have the talent to compete against North Dakota State? Jackson State has the talent right now. Like they have the talent right now to compete with North Dakota State, but you need more than talent. North Dakota State has been doing this for years. It's a culture there. Like it's really depth at North Dakota State. So it's gonna be a while before anybody would ever realistically say like, okay, we need to put these two teams together. But let me say this: I would love to see that matchup. You know, a lot of people might say North Dakota State by 40 and Jackson State ain't ready. Let me tell you something: just because of the talent alone, I would love to see that matchup. I would love to see them go head to head. But yeah, it should not happen right now. It should not happen right now. Exactly, Deputy Mario. Why does everyone want Jackson State to play that school? It's hard on for that matchup. Is no disrespect, but that is just not what y'all want right now. Like I don't. I think y'all need to establish yourselves where you are. Right, establish yourself as a dominant team in the SWAC, and then you look for that matchup. I really do. As a matter of fact, if this season goes well, right? If you handedly win all 13 games this season, then I and everyone else should probably realistically take you guys serious and say, hey, we want to see what they look like against Sam Houston or North Dakota State. Honestly, North Dakota State needs to move up anyway. Why are they still in the FCS? Other than travel reasons, right? Because I know they said it doesn't make a lot of sense travel-wise, but man, it's some conference out there. It's some conference out there, man. They need to move up. They need to move up. Them boys went into didn't they play Alabama or some school like that and almost came away with the upset. They don't need to be in FCS anymore. They playing. You may have already answered this, but what's your opinion on that top-ranked freshman? Boy, look like a dog on both sides. Aaron, who you talking about? That big offensive lineman with the dreads. We are not playing NDSU for the people in the back. Let it go. Thank you. Let it go. That matchup ain't happening. That matchup is not happening. We got to handle our conference on a consistent basis. Ty, thank you. You have to handle the SWAC on a consistent basis first. You know, we don't like to bring up that game versus a certain Division II school, Delta State. We don't like to bring that up, you know, but it happened. Y'all barely escaped that. That came down to the last play, which is why I said, yes, you have the talent to compete with any FCS school in the country. However, you need to establish yourselves first because it takes more than just talent. It takes time to build the culture. It takes time to build the program. So give Coach Prime them time, man. Travis Hunter. I mean, okay, we saw what Travis did in the spring game, right? We saw what he did. Travis didn't do anything we didn't know he could do, right? We know he has great ball skills. We know he's a very good receiver, right? He could have easily been the top receiver in the country and still be number one overall, like nobody above him. And same thing at corner. You know, like me personally, I think he's a little bit better at offense than he is at defense. No slight to him whatsoever. But no, we know this is what he does. We know this is what he does. Like he's out there not afraid of anybody, you know, even at 167 pounds. He's not afraid of any receiver. And I think I saw people saying like, you know, he's not really facing anybody and everything like that. That pick that he got of Javante Rucker, a 4-star prospect, shows that he's getting work. You know, like he's getting legitimate work, and he's just out there holding his own versus his competition. So listen, Travis gonna win Player of the Year. There's no reason why Travis shouldn't win Player of the Year, especially from what I see from the spring game. There's no reason. The boy's too good. The boy's too good. Now, would I put him on offense as much as y'all want him to be? No. Not at all, because you have the receivers. I create situations for Travis, where like if I need a conversion, if I just need a big play, that's when I'm gonna put Travis on offense. But I wouldn't stretch him too thin. On both ways, like they were doing in the spring game. But I get it. It's a spring game. You want to give the people what they came to see. But no. Big Country comes the first week of next month. Big Country comes the first week of next month. I know a lot of people was asking about Mark Pope too, the speedy receiver from Miami. He's also still coming. He's coming. Markel, shout out to my boy Markel. Got a 4-star defensive lineman and edge rusher loading. You see, they don't believe me. They don't believe me. So I'm gonna keep that on the hush. They gonna see. They gonna see. They gonna see. I ain't done. Markel, don't tell them nothing. Don't tell them nothing. Cause see, they don't believe your boy right now. They think I'm capping. We gonna keep that on the. We're gonna let them figure it out. Like let the other schools get their shine. Alabama State doing what they doing. They're doing a great job. All these other schools enjoying recruiting success. Let them have their fun. Let them have their fun. To Jackson State pop out with what they pop out with. Let them have their fun. Aaron Campbell, what the O-line talking about? It's pretty good. Pretty good. From what you see from the spring game, you think that's I know a lot of people think from the spring game that O-line is the same as last year. Those guys are not there. Some of those guys are not there. Zach Bro, not there. Akani Tuianu, not there. I don't even think, is Christian Henderson on campus yet? I don't even think he is. Like, there's still so much people on the offensive line who aren't there. So, as a matter of fact, I think the only two who are Evan Henry and Sidney Moala. So, that's not even the offensive line y'all will see in the fall. Shaq from SCSU versus Travis Hunter. I feel like y'all trying Shaq when y'all say that. Shaq is in his man body. Shaq, I feel like y'all disrespecting Shaq a little bit. Come on now. That boy, come on. I'm not saying Travis get bodied by any means, but come on, man. Yeah, Jasper Frias is there as well, but Jasper hasn't been playing the game long enough. He comes from Germany. He learned the game at a later age, so I still expect his progression to be ongoing. So I don't really know if he'll be starting, but he could be. Don't take my word for that. CFL. What games will you attend? Jackson State makes you really dream while you're living. So I mean, y'all heard Nugget just said that I should come to the Grambling game. I want to go to the Grambling game because for the reasons he said, right? I know that's gonna be packed. Like, it's Hugh Jackson, it's Coach Prime, the talent on the field. Like, I know that's gonna be big, but I do want to experience homecoming. I do. I want to experience homecoming. So I want to go to that. Homecoming, and then I'll decide between Southern and Grambling. I'll make that decision. Because I was only gonna come for like one game in Mississippi, but I feel like I need to come for multiple games. Like, I got to be fair to y'all in that aspect. Southern over Grambling. Y'all show Southern over Grambling. Is Shador really like that? Can he play at the next level? I do think Shador can play at the next level. Shador came out the gate and played. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry you missed the interview, my boy. You gonna have to go back. I'm sorry. He already got up out of here. I didn't want to hold him too long, so yeah, you missed that interview. Now, yeah, Shador can play at the next level. He came out the gate, and in his first game, he was putting the ball literally in areas where the defensive back could not get to it. Now, as the season went on, we've seen the cons of his game, right? Holding on to the ball too long, which is probably Shador's biggest problem, something he has to fix, right? He's always looking downfield for the big play. And sometimes he just has to learn to take that check down because it's not always going to be there. That's the main thing that Shador needs to work on. It's not really much, but yeah, I do think he can play at the next level for sure. As a freshman, you're one of statistically you're second in the SWAC. I mean, out of the gate, and now that the kill glass is gone, you're most likely going to be number one. Yeah, no, you can definitely play at the next level. You can definitely play at the next level. What other QBs than Shador and Andrew Body do you see balling out in the SWAC this year? So there's a lot of new quarterbacks in the SWAC. I want Quincy Casey to win that job from that boy from Miami. I do. I think he has such exceptional arm strength, and I cannot wait to see that be put on display. Ever since we saw him, well, I saw him versus Alabama A&M because I know y'all probably seen him before that. But ever since I saw him at Alabama A&M versus Alabama A&M, I knew like this man, he needs to be starting for somebody's offense. He needs to be leading somebody's offense. So if he gets that job, I think he will ball out. I have not seen him play, Simona. I know he's a 4-star prospect. I haven't seen him play. I have not seen him play, so I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to refer to Blue. I don't know if Blue's still in here or not, but if Blue vouch for him, because he is an Auburn fan, then I'll say him too. But I haven't really seen him play. Facts, SCSU. Yeah, so that is what I love about South Carolina State. They are not afraid to play these bigger schools, even though they're money games. Like they face it head on and they play their hardest. So yes, this year they have UCF. I think week 1, if I'm not mistaken, and then they do play the Gamecocks in Columbia. I should go to that. I should go to that one. They do play the Gamecocks in Columbia, so that's what I love about South Carolina State, man. They never afraid to play anybody. The dog truly has to be in you and not on you. Blue with the college football scene. No, Blue definitely is. Blue in the information that he has, something. It's a secret today. I don't know where he getting his information from, but I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna interrogate Blue because I want to know like how you be knowing the stuff you do. How does he know the stuff he knows? Like that ain't even normal, dog. Like when we get off here, I'm gonna investigate Blue. The only problem with playing these games, it messes up with morale. JSU has set it up to not have to play a money game. We all have a money game. So yeah, I mean, South Carolina State they don't have the budget of Jackson State. I think as a matter of fact, they have one of the lowest budgets in the NCAA. So yeah, they have to take these games. It's vital to them, but they embrace it and they're not really scared. Like they embrace the game. They come out, they play their hardest, and it is what it is. And they're still able to keep their morale together because they're a family. Like they're homebred, they're home raised in South Carolina. These guys have known each other for a long time, so those games they don't really get to like that. Plus, like South Carolina State, do they come close to winning these FBS games? No, but they don't really get blown out that bad. Like, they really do hold their own. Chris Neal, my boy, I'm happy that you in here. Please be mindful of your trolling. All right, I hate to see them get on you in this chat. I really do. But hey, but I'm finna get up out of here, man. Because honestly, I ain't even ate nothing yet. For those of you who wished me uh, prayers and everything like that for my family, I really do appreciate that. We're still having a hard time with everything. Still going through it, and I think tomorrow is like a big day for us anyway. But you know, so if you like if y'all don't see anything from me tomorrow, no, that's why. But man, thank y'all. I just want to say thank y'all again for the support that y'all showed. It was very much appreciated. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. For those of you who missed the interview, you're just gonna have to go back and watch it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry y'all came in a little bit late. Um, but with that being said, you are watching the CFL podcast. I go by the name of Kobe. I'm out. Peace.